Hi, everyone. This is Mike Gormley. It's the Mike Gormley Show. And we just heard the Heisenberg song from one of the most amazing television shows in terms of success as well as, style and talent, Breaking Bad. Uh, that show was amazing, wasn't it, Tony? I mean, if described, somebody wrote on a piece of paper what it was going to be about, they wouldn't believe it. And yet it's this huge success and went on to even Better Call Saul, which was a kind of a follow-up to that.
Exactly.
How did you pick music for that show?
Well, I didn't pick the music for that. That we had a great music supervisor named Thomas Golovich, who
Right.
worked on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and El Camino, which was the movie to it. And again, I think one of the things I want to just sort of emphasize is, and that, back to your original point, which is the value and the greatness of music supervisors. And, working with people like Thomas and Maureen, and, in my early career with John McCullough on Dawson's Creek, that all has been really helpful to me as both an executive and, also our in-house music supervision team, to have, such great colleagues. And I think, we are really blessed. We have a community that really does care for each other, and, really help sort of like elevate the art. And I, just want to
It's a large
send my props
community.
to my friends in the
It's a
music.
large community. I know you have certain, we're sort of maybe thinking LA, but there's music supervisors all over the world now.
Yeah, and
And
it's nice that the Guild is actually now has branches in London. There's Canada branch. There's also South America's opened a couple of branches now. There's a lot of Joel C. High's initiative to kind of make sure it was
well,
national, because it just works. It's really a tool. It's just like another tool that you can use that's it's so impactful.
I think the Guild was instrumental in getting Emmy Awards people to recognize music supervisors. What about the Oscars? Are they in line?
Well, the thing is, and I am working on that. I was
Go
fortunate
Maureen, go Maureen.
to get elected to the production and technology branch. When the academies first started, it was just best music in the film. And for example, we're having a screening at the Motion Picture Academy Museum of Singing in the Rain, which was a book musical. In other words, there's no original music. Singing in the Rain had been used many, many other times. Most of the songs in there, I think there's one original song that was kind of a ripoff of Be a Clown. And, so and that actually was nominated. The musical director was nominated for an Academy Award. In 1960s, they changed it because I think they felt like too much popular music that was just being thrown in. And so they changed it to original score and original song. So I'm really hoping that they will, I think they just went too far. And if they reverse it and then bring it back so that music design, like the work that Baz Luhrmann does, like I Will Always Love You and The Bodyguard, like that, it's not original, but it is impactful and it's relevant to the film story. So where the Motion Picture Academy Music Branch represents score, which most films do have original score, and some films have original song, and some films have neither. And so we'd like that to be incorporated into the music branch so it represents all the different ways music design helps impact the film story. So that's what we're hoping is going to happen.
It often does. It often does. We're going to hear a song in a few minutes that
I can say the Television Academy, I guess we've had 6 Emmys so far, and I know that the Academy as a whole has been very, very embraceful of it because they see how impactful it is. All the years of the OC and Grey's Anatomy and all these things that, Sex and the City that made such a big impact in the story. I'd like to recapture that history, not only in television, but also in motion pictures. So films like Paper Moon or The Big Chill or, Baz Luhrmann, Moulin Rouge, get the recognition of being significant in music design for storytelling.
Yep, and the Academy, the Guild has its own award as well, right? You had just had an award evening.
Yes, 14 years of awards.
14,
yes.
really?
And it gets bigger and bigger. It's in advertising. I mean, there's so many areas that there are people there that are trying to make this happen and spending countless hours and times away from their family and are dedicated to doing it. So if we can just shine a light and say, hey, we know who you are, we know what you do, and well done, that's great.
Yeah, it's nice. And well deserved. It's an important part of the whole process, and should get more
Well, you know,
recognition.
this year we had, you know, Billie Eilish and Phineas just thank us for for giving, you know, for the best film song from a film, but also listed all these, you know, places that they had been placed. Ocean Eyes by Anita, you know, that really helped made them happen. You know, Andrea Forrester put that in early on in their careers before they had any placements, and they said that kept us going. That was like great, and that was also gave the song a new kind of perspective that we hadn't even thought of when we wrote it. So it's wonderful.
Well, look, I want to thank both of you. It's been fantastic catching up on how the whole thing works, and some great stories that affected you. And you're both so young, so this is going to go on for a long time. You're gonna be bringing us some great music for a long time, and we'll be looking for Tony Scudellari over at Sony, and Maureen Crowe, who's independent but very important. Thank you
Well, I
very
just want
much.
to say it's so important to have people like Tony in these jobs, because he's a great champion, and you know, he brings out the best in everyone.
Oh,
So
thank
that's
you.
very important.
Well, it's very easy to bring out the best when I get to work with people like you who are the best. So thank you.
That's fantastic. Glad to have you on here and have such a love fest going on. It's great.
We do love each other.
So we're going into a song we've been talking about, which is I don't know how to describe it as a song, except it's powerful, and it's just gone on and will go on forever. And actually appropriate was because of what you two were just saying about mutual admiration. The song is called "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston. And thank you very much, both of you, for being here today. It's the
Thank
Mike
you.
Gormley Show, and we'll see you along the way. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
Bye.